Tape marker, action. What's going on, Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka the Ryan680, coming at you guys from the Alamo City Movie Talk studios. Let's get right to it. This is my review of Lyle, Crocodile, which is a feature film based on a children's book about a crocodile that lives in New York City. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm going to tell you from my point of view, I'm a 30-year-old man now. 30, I'm not used to that yet. It's newly 30. And so this, for me, I have not seen or read the book, apparently there was a show that happened to this. I went in not even barely watching a trailer or a TV spot, really. And, knowing that was a singing crocodile from the poster, from that whole perspective and everything, I was just like, okay, let's give it a shot. Let me see if I'm going to enjoy it, because I just got done watching Hellraiser. I was all like, all right, I need something to warm up the family, to a little lighthearted film, warm-hearting film. And I'll be honest here, this movie surprised the heck out of me. It really did. This film was so contagious. It was, what I mean by contagious, moviegoers, I mean contagious as in happy, as in charismatic, as in charming. It was just such a warm, heartful film. I really enjoyed this movie way more than I thought I would. I'll be honest here. It was such laughable. I mean, this film really knows where its itch is at. It knows where it needs to be. It doesn't overstep its boundaries. It stays in its realm of like charming children's humor, which I love because I didn't mind it too much. With Thor, Love and Thunder, and I'll talk about it all the time, because when it comes to that childish humor, there was way more childish humor in Thor, Love and Thunder than there was in this movie, which is crazy to me to think. But this film was such really good animation. I was very, very hesitant because I was curious: is the animal going to talk the whole time? And no, the crocodile actually does not talk the whole time. I was very surprised about that. But also to put into perspective here, this film, it really shows the whole aspect of where we lost our way as human beings, where it really brings out the best of us as human beings. Lyle really sees us totally different way, where we lost our way, where we stick to a strict schedule, where we always like this and that. And he really embraces the best of us humans in this film here. And I love that. I really do love the cast in here was such good. I mean, Javier, we know him from The Walking Dead. He does a phenomenal job. He plays Hector, and he's actually the magician that finds Lyle. And in a weird way, though, we kind of see it takes a little darker tone, and and I'm not going to spoil it for you whatsoever, but it takes a little darker tone in the second and third act. And I love that because it kind of brings us into like the realm of like, oh man, something bad's about to happen. You could kind of like, oh no, you start caring. Obviously we care for Lyle, and he doesn't talk the whole time. So he talks to singing, which I thought was very good. I thought that was very pleasant. When I mean by it doesn't overstep when I just said earlier, it doesn't overstep to where I feel like if he was talking the whole time, it kind of would have been not annoying, but it just would have been like, maybe not. I mean, that's just my perspective there. The cast in here between the adults here, Consistent Wu and Scoot, he was phenomenal. They were dynamic together as mother and father, was such really, really good. Stepmom and father. And it was such really, really good, rich storytelling here. I really did love their charismatic. I thought they were so funny. They really were. I mean, their chemistry together was 100% on point. Of course, we get a familiar phrase, Brett Gleeman, and which he does a phenomenal job from Stranger Things to this. He plays the exact same character, and I like that though, because it works for him. It really does. I'll admit it. It really does work for him in so many different aspects here. And of course, Shawn Mendes plays Lyle himself, and I thought his voice was spot on. I've always enjoyed his voice. I really have. I enjoyed his music and everything, certain songs, and I loved it. I thought his voice in here was the perfect high tone compared to Josh, which I thought was very good. I thought Sony really did a great job in actually casting here and in casting the voice. This is actually directed by Josh Gordon and Will Speck. So I thought that was very rich storytelling here from the aspect of it. And granted, you are at first you're like, and then you're like, you know what I'm talking about. You guys, you moviegoers know what I'm talking about. You're gonna start getting, because at first you're like, all right, and then you hear the same song over and over, and you're just like, all right, all right, all right. I see you. I see you, Sony. I see you. You're trying to get it in our beat. And I'll be honest here. You know, this film actually it didn't reach the level, obviously, of Greatest Showman. I don't expect this movie to be like the best word of mouth film. But I'm gonna say, guys, if you have not checked out this movie, and if you have family, you have kids, or whether you just love animation, you just love the whole live animation like Sonic, just the whole live animation with Living With Us and all that good stuff. Be sure to check out this movie because I do recommend this movie, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this film because it is such rich storytelling. I thought it was really rich for what it is. Again, when I'm talking about rich, I'm talking about rich for kids. I want to put that in perspective here. I feel like this is a great storytelling that it really brings us into the kids and adults perspective here because it really shows us as adults we do lose our way sometimes, and Lyle brings us back to that, and I love that. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed the heartwarming story in here. The whole cast did a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed it. We didn't overstep its boundaries as far as like overplaying songs, overplaying the childish humor, overplaying the story where like it's too long. This film was an hour and 46 minutes. It didn't feel that way. It felt like it was like an hour, if that's a good way to, or an hour and a half. This film, I really enjoyed it, as you can tell, guys. Ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. I'm going to give this a solid 8. I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10, guys. This is definitely a movie to be checking out in theaters. Again, I saw some TV spotlights for this. I didn't even know what was coming out this week, so Sony kind of felt like they kind of load down the marketing here for whatever reason. You need to check out this movie. Moviegoers need to check this out. We're about to step into the holiday season. This is definitely one of those holiday movies I feel like moviegoers should go check out with their family. One of my favorite songs was Heartbeat and Look at Us Now, and you guys will know what I'm talking about because they do sing that song throughout the film. I love that song. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because it really shows how us just in general just go through all these struggles and obstacles in life, and we kind of lose our way in that perspective. And I love that because it shows how we can find our way right back to what the things that we loved. Whether you're stuck at work, you hate your job like me, and you're just like, I need to find something, a side hobby to get me going. Whether you're burnt out at work or whether it doesn't matter. The point is that you find your place home, wherever your home may be, whether it's playing video games, whether it's, you cherish those moments. And I did love that because it brought me back to those moments. It really did. As a moviegoer, as a family man, I don't have any kids, but as a family who I'm real close with my family, with all my cousins and Theos and Theas, I really thought this was rich storytelling because it comes to that perspective of family. And I love that. I really do. All right, guys, if you have not already, check this movie out. Once again, I do recommend this movie. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680, signing off here, guys. If you have not already, check out my other movie reviews down below. You know you want to, guys. Thank you so much. And do not forget, like, share, subscribe to the Movie Talk channel to get notified on our movie reviews, reaction videos that we got coming out later this week. We got House of Dragon coming out. We got a lot of good stuff coming out this week. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680. Catch you later, San Antonio. Stay safe.